Juke to the left, they dodging it. Can't play the role, you fraudulent. Waiting on the right for the stars in it. 4x4 double parking it. Wanna play like cars in it. Wear the white flag, they forfeiting it. Now I got a ring too gorgeous. Y'all gotta treat it like forges. It sound like I wanna scratch it. Try to take the ring, I'ma tackle you. I guess I'm a Super Bowl bachelor. Go hard in the gym, no cameras. I think I see blood, no Dracula. I'm an animal, eating up amateurs. Too active, y'all can't handle it. No taxing, we'll dismantle it. Shake up the building and ramble.
From the banks of the Ohio River, there's a look at Paul Brown Stadium here in Cincinnati, Ohio. The enthusiasm of this Cincinnati crowd in full effect a moment ago as their Bengals took the field to the delight of this sold-out crowd. And they're all set as they'll match up with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Both of these teams about to reach the halfway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. A first carry now for the rookie from SC. It's Ronald Jones. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Second down, Winston. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six for a Bengals TD. And the defense could not have written a much better script than that first drive, pick six.
The offense never got a chance to really get oiled up there, did they? But the defense, they certainly got in gear. What a big-time play and a great way for them to start.
And now the offense, they've got to turn things around and figure this out because your backs are on the ground real quickly.
Yeah, usually when you're starting the game, getting the ball, 0-0 is the only score you're worried about. Now the second time you get it, you're already down a touchdown.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Buccaneers offense gets ready to head back onto the field. Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Room here to run. And it'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Now Jameis on second down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
And as a defender, if you come up with 2 interceptions in a game, that's pretty rare in the NFL. You might see one guy a weekend do that. But to have 2 in the first quarter, that's something you don't see all that often. I have a feeling they'll think twice about throwing in his direction too often.
Here we go. Green 39! Green 39! Gone! 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 Gone!
Now Barkley. Green with a catch left side. Got some real estate inside the 30. And all the way down to the 25-yard line. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
The first carry for the second-year man, Joe Mixon. And able to work his way down to the 16. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Open man is Uzama, and he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. His first catch, good for 14 there, and a first down.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a game in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
That's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
Check, Patriots!
They'll give it to Mixon, and he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
All right, here we go. 3-19! 3-19!
Here's Barkley. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Green 39! Green 39!
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Levante David. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. Charles, I don't know what's going on in that defensive team meeting room, but they better keep it rolling. 3 picks last week, 2 here now in the first quarter.
Everyone talks about creating turnovers and getting takeaways, but until it gets put into action, it's just talk. And right now, it's in action and in a big way. Now they've got the receivers wondering if they have to turn around and play more defense instead of running routes trying to take the ball downfield.
And he'll go down for a loss inside his own 5 at the 4. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14. From the shotgun, it's Winston. It's caught by Mike Evans. Mike Evans, he's going to go. He's at the 30, 20. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Mike Evans, 96 yards. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying up this football game. So from back deep in their home territory all the way into the end zone, you think they expected to score on that one?
I'm not sure they expected to score, but they also showed that they're not averse to taking a little bit of a risk there, right? Taking a chance, because the normal call is take care of the football, run it, be safe. Instead, they put it in the air and took a gamble, and it paid off in a big way. That wasn't an analytics call. That wasn't a fantasy guy's call. That was like a video game call right there.
It was a little bit of a video game call, but it worked. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Leopard!
Oh, he tried to pitch it, and the ball's loose. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score, and a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
He'll be singing in the shower postgame. Extra point up and good by Catanzaro. And that makes the score 14-7. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And out now, here come the Bengals. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis.
Detroit!
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And Green with a catch left side. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Quan Alexander in there to get him for a loss of 5. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. His big tight end, Tyler Eifert, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's got his man here. It's Green. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Gone! Sing
look to throw here. Going deep downfield for and this is caught inside the 5. And that one results in 35 yards.
Now that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit them, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39, green 39.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. That's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the 1st quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. Back to throw again, and he can't corral it. Maybe a big missed opportunity there defensively in the end zone, and now 3rd down.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
This Tampa Bay defense, they held strong on the first 2 plays. Now 3rd and goal. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. A little antsy on the left side of the line.
Yeah, I think they got the guy in the end. I think they got the DN there on that one. And let's face it, he is so amped up, wanting to get a good get off on the snap, jump too quickly.
Here's a run with Mixon. And he pulls his way into the end zone for a Bengal touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Bullet good on the extra point, and we are tied at 14. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And, Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match than a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop. Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained. So they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He can make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Bucs in possession of the football as we begin the 2nd quarter, but they face a 2nd and long to start things out. Jameis to throw it. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. Working out of the gun, Winston. And this is going to be incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. The Bengals getting set to go. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. And he takes us across the 15 to the 17. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Detroit! Detroit! Now let's go! Blue 90! Blue 90!
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Looking deep downfield. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Detroit! Detroit! Blue 90! Blue 90! Lucky 56! Lucky 56!
Back to throw here. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw it back deep. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 35. A big 3rd down play there for the Bengals. 49 yards. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
All right, here we go. Green 30.
On the toss, Bernard. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Set! Blue 90! Blue 90! All right, now, lucky 56! Lucky 56! Gun! 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 Hot!
He'll look to throw. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Tyler Boyd, the former Pitt Panther, was the target, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
Gun! 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 Here we go! Detroit! Detroit! Blue 90!
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And able to find Green. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a 1st down. Now Bernard. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
And when the defense wins and gives up no yardage on a running play, that's something they can build on and carry themselves forward throughout the game.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Set! 319.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Gonna throw deep for the end zone. Green's open, and he's got it for a Bengal touchdown. A.J. Green, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals have broken our tie as they take the lead. Now Bullock to add the extra point. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And the lead is now 21-14. Bullock out now to kick this one away. On the return, this is Jaquiz Rogers. Gets past one man, and he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And the Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Drops it to Jones in the flat. A big play there on the catch and run. 48 yards.
So what's the old expression that quarterbacks like to use when they decide to throw the football? I'm looking for either a touchdown or a check down. And he took the check down on that play, and it worked almost to perfection.
First down, Winston. Jackson's got it over the middle. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
And that was a heck of a shot right there by Jameis Winston. Boy, he has a superior right arm, doesn't he? You saw him play baseball.
Yeah, he's actually a switch hitter in baseball. Outfielder, and then, of course, a very hard-throwing pitcher. That's translated well in the National Football League.
That it has. When he has to make that throw on a line, he's got plenty of arm to do it.
First time into the red zone for the Buccaneers. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. From the red zone now, Winston dancing to his left. And he slings one that's incomplete. The intended target was Chris Godwin. And now it's 2nd down.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss it? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up.
I thought that was a good call. Passing situation on 2nd down. They hit him with the draw instead and pick up nice yardage.
Yeah, because the draw, they're thinking pass when they see that initially defensively, right?
But you know, in today's NFL, most of the time on 2nd and long, when it's a passing situation, pass rushers are on the field and they're only thinking one thing, get to the quarterback. And oftentimes you can bypass them with a running play.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. A pretty big 3rd down mistake right there.
No doubt about it, and everyone's going to be upset. But they have to get out of this now and go ahead and play. They could have someone come at them in a big way on the next down.
So it's still 1st and goal, but now they get to try from a bit closer. Now they'll run it on the toss. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Jameis Winston with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying up this football game. So the challenge comes in inside of 2 minutes, and it gets overturned.
And it changes the whole format of what's about to happen because both sides had thought a certain call had been made. Now they have to flip back and start over.
Now whistles here before the snap. Looked like one of the Bucs may have moved. A bad time for a false start penalty as they're backed up now for 3rd and goal. Winston to throw it this time. And, Jameis intercepted a third time. Jesse Bates, the rookie safety, his first pick in the league. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Wait a second. They did not accept that after the incompletion. Your look is just as puzzled as mine.
I got nothing for you here. You have to take that penalty, don't you?
It's free yards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10.
We got three, fellas, we got
Now a toss play to Bernard. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Going deep downfield for Ross. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
A pretty rocky start in this game for the guy throwing the ball. Already has thrown 1 interception. Almost threw a 2nd one right there. All he's doing right now is giving the defense a whole lot of confidence.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. He'll drop to throw. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that's caught inside the 35. A big play there just before halftime. 65 yards.
We just saw him hit a big play there on a deep post. And most of the time, the post isn't available because usually you have defenders in the middle of the field. But if you throw enough curls and crossing routes and underneath routes, I know from experience, they get tired of watching those balls get caught. They start to creep up a little bit, and that's when you can hit them big over the top.
Now Barkley flushed it, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit.
Now back to throw. Looking for his tight end, Eifert, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Levante David. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
And that's now the 2nd time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively. And you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
Following the interception, Winston over the middle to Evans. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
It's time to play.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down. Clock running. The Bucs try to go quickly and get set. Now a 2nd down throw for Winston. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the 2nd quarter. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Offensive line wasn't set. There's the flag, and 5 yards back they go.
Quarterback has to look around and make sure that his team is ready to go. Sometimes the quarterbacks go faster than is necessary.
So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. Final play of the half here, Winston. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. So we've reached halftime here in the Queen City, and it's the Bengals leading this one. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And they'll get him down here at the 23. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's third down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
So this is what happens when you throw interceptions. That confident veneer that you have gets chipped away a little bit. Maybe a little bit gun-shy throwing it around.
Yeah, underthrowing him there, and you're right. Those interceptions maybe in the back of his mind. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Here's Jackson. Very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
no, tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean magic marker boards?
Yeah, those two.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 62 yards on the ground. So close, couldn't get all the way in, knocking on the doorstep down to the 1. Nevertheless, fantastic run.
Not only that, this is where you wave to your replacement, go back to the bench. No way. I'm not coming out of this game. I got it down to the 1 yard line. I want to carry it in.
We'll see if they reward him on this next play. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Winston sneaking it, and he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Jameis Winston, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying up this football game. A little surprising they wouldn't go for 2, but this is up and good. And we are tied at 21. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. This is taken at his 4. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And he'll get this only up to about the 35. There to stop him on the tackle, Jack Sitchie.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! Detroit! Here we go.
Here's Barkley. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. He has a first down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Green 39. All right, now, lucky 56. Green 39. Lucky 56.
Back to throw now on first down. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Jason Pierre-Paul in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long.
Detroit! Detroit! Here we go now. 3-19. Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll look to throw. Flush to his right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A big play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Bengals have broken our tie as they take the lead.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Bullock out now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Let's go. It's time to play.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Jesse Bates made the tackle from his safety spot.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
He sets up the screen to Jones. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Now that screen there on second down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there because trying it is one thing. We can second guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize it is broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the first down on third down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
Here's Winston. Bringing it in, Jackson left side. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They'll start on the ground here with Bernard. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. Now, after that last play, there's a Bengal down on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Here's a carry now for Keith Marshall. And some room to work. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a 1st down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Lucky 56. All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Detroit. Detroit.
And that'll set them back 5. The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. They'll run it here with Bernard. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And an alley to run. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Give him 9 on the play, and all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
Partner was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but he still got a big chunk of yardage on 2nd down.
Let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
They'll set up a throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Here's Kevin Huber now. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his 1st. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Bucs now. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trite expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
And he'll get this up only to about the 22. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Let's go now. Hey, let's go. Let's go.
Now Jameis on 2nd down. Throw left side complete. That's Jackson. And they'll get him down here at the 23. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On 3rd down, Winston. Escaping the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. For a big guy, Jameis sure can move. Did a nice job there picking up the first down with his legs.
All right, partner, I'm a defender, but I've got to express my admiration there. Moving around, making it happen, and instead of worrying about protecting himself, he goes and gets the first down. I've got to give it to him on that one.
Normally, you don't want your guy taking shots, your quarterback, but it's winning time here in the 4th quarter. If he needs to make those plays with the legs, go ahead, right?
Yeah, no doubt about it. At this stage of the game, all protections, they're off.
Forced out to his left. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Carlos Dunlap in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. Second down, Winston. Airing this one out for Evans. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. The Bucs on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 16. From the shotgun, it's Winston. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Evans. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That'll put him over 150 yards receiving now. Quite a ball game and a first down. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10.
5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. Making the play defensively, Carl Lawson.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Only a yard there. Sniffed out well defensively, and it brings up 3rd. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Winston. Open man is Godwin. It's complete. Winston to Godwin on the connection there for a Tampa Bay first. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
They go play action here on 1st down. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Carl Lawson, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. From the gun, Winston. He hits Rodgers in the flat. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. The Bucs on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 8. He'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Vontaze Burfict in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll. Desperation time. Winston on 4th down. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Bengals will get the football back.
4th down, and they take to the air, which really isn't a major surprise, but how about the coverage? They're able to bat it down.
So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. They'll begin here with Bernard. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively, as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining.
All right, now, look at 56. Here we go now. 56. 319. 319.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. And the Buccaneers go ahead and take another timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Set. Green, 39. 56. Green, 56.
They'll set up to throw. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go. It got his man, complete. And now look at this, big gain, but a fumble. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble. I'll call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's good.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Now a carry for Bernard. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee, and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for the Bengals, They'll finish the first half of the schedule dead even at 4-4. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Buccaneers, they fall a game under the 500 mark at 3-4 through 7 games. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Carolina Panthers. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.